taking on Galavasana, or flying pigeon as some people call it. This posture is super tough. So if you have accomplished, a crow pose, or you've got your firefly on point, but for some reason Galavasana is just, you're not flying in it yet, there's one thing that you're probably not doing that's preventing the flight from happening. So let's go through what Galavasana is, because you might be like, I have no idea what posture you're talking about. So let's take a look at it. So for Galavasana, I like to approach it, I just lost you. So I like to approach it from a standing position. And I think it's best to start in what I call a funky chair. So you've got one foot on top of the other, and you're coming into this chair position. Now from here, you're gonna bring your hands down to the floor, and you're gonna walk your hands out as far as you can, because if they're too close in, guess what? You're gonna have a hard time finding flight in this, but that's not my big tip for the week. That's just a bonus. So you're going to bring your hands here, they're shoulder width distance, and then from here, you're going to bring your ankle and your shin of the leg that's on top above the elbows, close to the tricep. You look forward, chest forward, and then in your beginnings, you're just gonna lift the top foot up. Over time, you're gonna extend that back leg. Now, what is stopping you from finding flight in it is not that you're probably getting the hands right. You're probably looking forward. You're probably pulling the chest through. The hips are in the right place. You can do a funky chair. All of it. You've got everything right. The one thing that is stopping you is your foot. So I'm going to show it to you from a seated position. So this is that funky chair look, right? I've got the ankle on top of the opposite thigh. And then when we come into this one, you have your hands here and you bring them forward. Now, this is what I see most of the time for people who are unable to fly in this, yet they have other arm balancing postures. Look at this foot. It's just hanging out. It's just doing nothing. It's flopping around because you're thinking about everything else you have to do. But if you take this foot and you flex it and press it into the tricep, you're probably going to find flight. It locks everything into position. It helps you engage your core. It helps you start to squeeze and hug the arms in a little bit. And guess what? When you start to do that stuff, the back foot starts to fly. All right, so let me give it to you. Let me show this to you from the side. So I'm going to do the other leg just to open up my hips. So we've got, you're here, and a lot of the times this foot is disengaged. Engage the foot. Engage the foot. And you're gonna fly. Engage that foot and you're gonna fly. All right, so let's take a look at it again. Let's do it together. We're coming from standing. I'm coming from this position. And know that there are other ways to come into it, but this is the easiest one. All right, so you're gonna be here. I'm gonna look forward, chest is forward, shoulders are back. I'm gonna marry this. Now look at the foot. Is it engaged? Can you engage it? Oh, now it's engaged. Now, as you get the elbows over the wrists, you're gonna fly this back foot. And then over time, you're going to extend it. And it will lift higher and higher and higher up to the ceiling. So, not the most perfect demo, but I think you get the gist of it. Make sure that you get that foot in the right place. Lock everything into position. And you are gonna fly in your flying pigeon. It's such a fun posture. And just know as you find that flight pattern, this is such a hard posture. It's super advanced. And the fact that you're finding any kind of flight in it at all is huge. So be proud of that first liftoff. Be proud of the first time you're able to really get that foot, even if you're not lifting up, to engage in the posture. It's all coming your way. Now, if you have loved these videos and my weekly tips and tricks for your practice, and you're finding benefit and improvement in your practice, imagine how much improvement you would find if you came and joined me for a live stream class. I offer individual corrections. So it's not that you just show up and you're a box on the screen and we're practicing together. I will say your name and I will tell you to put your shoulder in the right place. Or I will say, try that again, but do this. So know that my classes and my Ion classes are very different in the fact that they're way more personalized towards your needs and how to develop a practice. In my classes, we're redefining what midlife yoga looks and feels like. I'm 46 years old. I'm in the best shape that I've ever been in my life. I feel so strong and grounded in my body, and it's because I'm strong. I have flexibility. I work mobility. And I share all of that with you so that you gain confidence, not just in what your body can do, but in what's possible for you. So if that sounds good, then you better go over to my website, meetmeonyourmat.yoga, and grab a new student trial membership to the studio. It's 2 weeks for $30, super easy. Now, if you're not ready, you can also sign up for some of the freebies below. I have an arm balancing workshop that will be available for like a couple more days. And then I have a new freebie coming out that's going to be all on handstand and how to gain confidence in your handstands in your 40s and beyond. So look for that. You want to make sure that you get access to that free workshop. All right, and it's a really good one. I can't wait to share it with you. So make sure we're connected. Find me on Instagram, find me on Facebook, and of course, grab one of these workshops so that we're connected in a deeper way as well. I hope to meet you on your mat soon. Have a great week.